Okay guys, welcome back to Jock Outdoors, back up in lakes again, and it is now the back end of January. So I did come out a couple of weeks ago when we had all that snow, and discovered after I got back home that I must have got a bit of freezing ice or something on the lens, so all my footage was basically blurred, which was such a shame. But anyway, it should teach me to keep a better eye on my filming equipment. But today we're back out and we are heading where the snow is. So wasn't sure if there was going to be much snow left, but it's still very, very cold, and there's lots of ice about, so I did bring my spikes just in case, because I think I'm going to need them further up, that's for sure. So tonight I've got a new tent which I used in my last camp, which I absolutely love, and I've also got a new sleep system called the Zenbivy. So I sold my sleeping bag just because I'm an active sleeper, and I just find the sleeping bags a bit too restrictive, always getting twisted and stuff like that when I'm tossing and turning in it. But we shall show you when I get it all set up. Got these mitts which are handy, so they can actually fold back. You can get your fingers out, which is good. I should have bought a pair of these way before now. They're very, very convenient. Put them back in again. Yeah, so they're good for when you're putting tent pegs in and tent pegs out and stuff, where gloves are a bit clumsy. You've got to take them off, and then basically your fingers start to freeze. Yep, so far so good. Right, so on that note guys, I should bring these back a little bit further up. Okay, so these are the little bits that you have to watch, because actually there's a black ice, so if you watch that stream of water running down there, absolutely black ice, very, very easy to miss unless you're looking for it, and basically just walk around. So it's going to be quite a lot of this, I'd imagine. So has it been the first time I've been coming back down, stood on black ice and completely gone and landed on my side, but you can't wear spikes because there we go, because it's only little bits of it, and those little bits are then expected bits where you just stand on and slip around. What a beautiful day. See this? Go past this fence and you can see how the sun is out. Beautiful that. Blue skies, sun is out, lovely and fresh. So I think the forecast tonight is -2 or 3 with a wind chill of -8. Winds between 20 and 25 miles per hour. So not too bad. Blue skies I think until sunset, which is good. So it'll be interesting to see if there is some snow where I want to pitch tonight. I'm not really bothered either way. It's just good to be back out again, taking in these lovely views of the English Lake District. So I've also got on my new winter boots, the Scarpa Mantas, which my other half kindly got me for Christmas. So these are proper mountaineering boots, heavier than my leather Scarpers, but this time of year you need the proper gear. So this is my second time wearing them, but they're very, very comfortable. Right, onwards and upwards. Beautiful. Yeah, loving it. I think I'll also stop. I'll go past that corner, just up there, filter some water for the incline after there. Loving that breeze, keeping it nice and cool, but probably won't be seeing that later on. There we go, look at that, more black ice. Woo. Right, put the GoPro away and focus on one step at a time. I've never actually seen the water so clear. It's absolutely crystal clear. Good old fresh winter water from the streams. Probably wouldn't need filtering, but you have to go on the safe side. There we go. There should be enough water to last me tonight. My dehydrated meal and my cup of tea in the morning. Beautiful. Take in those views, guys. A little bit of snow up on the top there behind me. So I've got 2 hours, I think 2.5 hours till sunsets. Also takes me about at least a good half hour to put the tent up. Right. There's a little like shepherd's hut, whatever you call it, so I'll show you that in a minute when we get there. These are the little shelters I was telling you about. You've got one there, I'll look inside. One, and then there is another one here. So basically, last January, if you watched my video, when that storm came in 12 hours ahead of time, I basically had to bail because my tent pole snapped. I made my way back down here from up and beyond there, thinking if I could get in there in my sleeping bag, mat, I'd be totally fine. But unfortunately, because of the amount of spindrift and snow and ice, it was absolutely dripping wet inside. So my down sleeping bag would have just got wet. It would have served no purpose. So plan B didn't go to plan. So then I just basically had to continue following the path all the way down the other end of the tarn and just keep heading down, and eventually I think I got back to the car about 2:30 in the morning. So yeah, lessons learned from that camp. Now, I mean, take a look at those views. Simply stunning. Right, let's go and see what's going on up ahead. So it looks like it's starting to gain a bit of height now, so check that out. Absolutely beautiful. The path also isn't too bad. Basically, I think down there was worse where I came from, so still got to keep my eyes peeled. Just in case, but it's so nice and quiet up here. Met a couple of lovely people coming up. They're coming down. That sun out in the background, the blue skies, and then we are heading up there, and then we're going to do a right and follow the path round. That's the plan. So yeah, okay, so I think I'll put the GoPro away, keep my eye on these rocks and stuff, thrice. But yeah, so far so good. It's been a brilliant walk so far. Well guys, we're nearly at the top now, but it's getting quite hard to this last little section because it's very the ground's very icy, but sometimes you step into it, you go straight through it, you can't see the path, so I'm just eyeballing the path to where I'm going. So I've been up here before in the summertime, but this last little section is certainly challenging now. Probably didn't put my spikes on, but it's not worth it for this last little bit. Oh, there's the path. Woo! So, change now, because it's going to be more open up here, and it is definitely cold and the wind's picking up. So, what I was expecting, to be honest, but that's why I've got my neck scarf on. What a great thing this is. What? Have a look at all of this. So worth it. Right, I think it must be 700 and odd metres, so let's get to the peak and then we'll decide where we're going from there. Okay, so we are at Mardel El Bel. Take a look. Fantastic views. And then you've got High Street over that way. So I'm going to take a wander over that direction and look for a pitch. Right. Oh. There we go. There's still a lot of snow, as you can see. A bit more ice. So let's go and try and find a nice little ground for my tent. Okay guys, well, unfortunately I didn't get time to set the tent up in the daylight, so this is my new tent. It is the Hilleberg Jannu 2-person 4-season tent, red label, 1200 Kerlon material, 9mm poles. So at the minute I've got it set up with the tail end into the wind. So I mean, I think this tent will take some pretty strong winds. Definitely very robust looking, very aerodynamic, but I shall show you it better tomorrow morning in the daylight. So in high winds, ideally this tent needs to be pitched the vestibule into the wind. I've seen Tom Healy's videos on this where he's sitting nearly 60 miles per hour. So yeah, it's very, very robust tent. So, a quick look inside. Oh, it's quite a night, especially with that wind. Right, let's see what we've got here. So, zip this down. You see, bit of space in the vestibule. So, inside, as you can see, is a 2-person tent, or a very spacious 1-person tent. So tonight I've got all my usual stuff in the corner, spare clothes and brew dog, gas canister and that kind of thing. I've got the Nemo Tensor Extreme sleeping pad tonight, and this is my new sleep system. This is the Zenbivy. So my hood caught there. So the way this works is basically it's a what we call like a quilt cover, and this sheet attaches to your basically your sleeping pad. So it relies on a good sleeping pad in terms of warmth, and then the idea is that there is little clips here, so this sheet basically clips onto these, which are part of the cover, and only goes down to perhaps, you know, halfway down, and then the rest is sort of singed. But because it's attached to the sleeping pad, you can actually toss and turn in this and you won't get all twisted. Now this sleeping bag goes down to a comfort rating of I think -6, with a limit of -15 I think, and then obviously the Nemo Tensor Extreme is an R value of, I don't know, 7.5, something ridiculous like that, so it's more than adequate. And then up here you've got this hood, which is sort of again part of the sheet, down, and you can shove your pillow underneath there, and you can tuck this in just like a quilt at home. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this tonight. Zenbivy. So on that note guys, I'm going to come in and get changed. My feet are freezing, get some warm clothes on, and I shall speak to you shortly. Okay guys, well, it's just gone 10 to 8. I'm in my tent. I'm changed into all my warm gear. I've got my down booties on with those hand warmers I put inside, so they're lovely, toasty. Got long johns on. I've got my down jacket on, and my warmer hat. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Amazing the difference when you come out of that wind inside your tent. It's basically a 4-season tent, like the Hilleberg Jannu. Good ventilation this as well. It's like you can actually open the tops, unzip the underneath the cover, and then just have the mesh. So yeah, it's very good, that. I like it. Hopefully I won't have any condensation tomorrow. But yeah, I went up to as far as High Street today, but I was looking for a spot to camp up there, but it was just absolute solid ice, and it was like 4 or 5 inches thick, and daylight was running out, so I thought basically come back down a bit. So I've dropped down below Mardale El Bell, overlooking small water. So my tent's on a little bit of a slant, but I've moved my sleeping system on this side so I don't slide off during the night. But I'm certainly looking forward to trying the old Zenbivy, and I'm certainly tired today, so hopefully I'll get a good night's sleep, and I'll let you know in the morning how that goes. So the forecast is supposed to be -8 outside. I'm not sure what it is actually, because I bought 2 white little Bluetooth temperature gauges that link up to your phone, but you can't turn them off and you just go flat. So absolutely pieces of junk. So I'm going to have a look at something decent. The idea was to put one outside, one inside, and then see what the difference was in temperature. So so far we're getting gusts coming in, hitting this side from west, southwest, I think it is. Whereas I was hoping it was going to hit bang on the back, but I'm not too bothered. It's Hilleberg Jannu, so I don't think there'll be any issues with that. But basically, I camped here last January when I had that issue with the tent and the high winds where the pegs got ripped out of the ground and the pole snapped and I had to bail. But what I've discovered is this is like a bolt, so everything's swirled round, the snowdrift, the wind. So I should have learned from last year, but as I said, the winds are not that high tonight. I think they're supposed to get worse about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then they die off about 4, 5, so we shall see what happens. But yeah, it's going to be back out in the good old great outdoors. So I'm very pleased with the tent so far. It's really easy to put up, it's very spacious, and it's very sort of torqued, more so than the Manalo 2 that I had. I think the tunnel tents definitely seem to flap about a lot inside, but this is sort of like, the shape of it is sort of weird. It's like a sort of dome tent, but then you've sort of got the vestibule, sort of like a half tunnel, half dome tent, if that makes any sense. But it's got good pockets either side, 2 big pockets there, 2 big pockets there, plenty of storage, good ventilation, lovely space, great for a winter tent. And the fact that I didn't put a ground sheet with it, because I thought it's just more weight, but compared to the Verne 1 I had a ground sheet as well, and this is only like a couple 100 grams heavier, so, or the same weight, so I thought, yeah, definitely go for this one. We'll see how it goes, but we got a few more tests to put it through yet. And this time I brought Eastern tent pegs, not just the standard ones, and also the MSR Blizzard ones, so it's pretty well pegged out, so it shouldn't be going anywhere. So on that note, guys, I'm going to finish off my little brew dog, listen to the radio, and get some food on. So on that note, guys, have a good one. Speak soon. Okay, so just gone 10:05 at night, and as you can see, we have snow. So it's a strange noise hitting the tent. Okay, well I didn't see that in the forecast. There you have it. That's why you can just never trust the weather forecast, because that was not in the forecast. But hopefully it'll all be white when I wake up tomorrow morning. That'll be good. Yeah, so on that note, I'm getting back in to my sleeping bag, or sorry, not my sleeping bag, my Zenbivy, and get myself nice and warm. Woo! Love it. Ho ho! snowfall over the night. My gosh, that wind chill is nippy. Let's have a look. Yep, no clear blue skies this morning, that's for sure. That's where we're going to be headed back down off there. Right. Okay guys, this is my new tent for winter. It is the Hilleberg Jannu 2, which is a red label tent from Hilleberg. So the material is 1200 Kerlon and it comes with the 9mm poles. You can actually buy the 10mm poles for these, which I might do at some point. But yeah, it really is a lovely tent. Love the sort of sleek design of it. If you watch Tom Heaney's videos, you'll see him putting this thing into action in some like really strong winds, up to about 58 miles an hour. So the idea is that you can pitch it from the back into the wind, which I think is up to about, it'll handle maybe 45 mile per hour winds. But any stronger than that, then it needs to be from this side into the vestibule. But yeah, it really is a nice tent. 2-man tent, but it's very spacious for one. I like all my space inside the tent. I know people like the vestibules, but I'd rather have the actual footprint inside. One vestibule is enough for me. So inside, just to show you, hands are freezing. So we've got a vestibule there, and then inside, as you can see, plenty of space. You've got 2 big pockets that side and 2 big pockets that side, but it is a lovely tent. Good ventilation up in the top there. You can unzip all that, have airflow coming in. Yeah, very, very pleased with it. It's my second time using it. I can't wait to get it back out again, but my fingers are starting to freeze, so I'm going to put this away now and get off. As normal, check your area and leave no trace.